Not at the students, not at the checklist, just staring into the distance. One of the teachers nudged her. "Elizabeth?" She blinked, shook her head slightly, and cleared her throat. "Right. Roll call. Let's begin." Her voice was off, distant. Something felt wrong. Then I noticed a stray dog wandering near the group. It trotted toward Elizabeth, then froze. Its ears flattened. A low whimper escaped its throat. Then, suddenly, it turned and bolted in the opposite direction. The air felt colder. A gust of wind swept through the lot. The clipboard slipped from Elizabeth's fingers, papers scattering across the pavement. Then it happened. A truck. Speeding. Too fast. Headed right for us. Time slowed. The headlights grew brighter. The world shrank to that moment. A breath held too long. A whisper. My name. Elizabeth didn't see it. She was still lost in thought. The blonde girl pointed, her face pale, frantic. No one else seemed to see her. I moved before I could think. "Elizabeth, move!" I grabbed her arm and yanked her back just as the truck roared past. The impact rattled the air, shaking the ground beneath us. Wind rushed in, cold and sharp. Then silence. A heavy, suffocating silence. Elizabeth's breathing was uneven. You saw her, didn't you?" I nodded. Her voice broke. "What did she look like?" I told her every detail. The blonde twin tails, the green eyes, the urgency in her expression, and the red butterfly hair clip. Tears welled in Elizabeth's eyes, but there was something else there too, guilt. A sorrow so deep it made her hands shake. "That's my sister." I froze. "She died years ago," she whispered. "She saved me, pushed me out of the way of a car." Her voice cracked. "She should have lived, not me." Her fingers slipped into her pocket, brushing against something. She pulled it out. A locket. Faded gold, worn from years of being held too tightly. "She gave me this," she said, voice barely above a whisper. "She told me to keep it forever." She turned it over, her thumb tracing the back. A red butterfly was carved into the metal. Her grip trembled. I never stopped missing her. When I turned back, the blonde girl was gone. But something caught my eye. A single blonde hair on Elizabeth's sleeve. And in the distance, barely audible over the hum of the engine, I heard it. That night, Elizabeth sent me a message. No words, just a picture. A faded Polaroid of her and her sister, standing side by side, matching butterfly clips in their hair, and below it, a note. "She will always watch over me."